picture, these people are considered stable because the center of the mass is falling in the shaded area where the base of support is. Now here, this woman's base of support is her just this 1 foot here, but she's moving forward. So her center of mass is moving forward, and you can see that as she's moving forward, she will move away from her base of support, and her center of mass is falling outside the base. So actually, if she continues to move and doesn't catch herself, she's going to end up falling forward because she's not stable. So ways to increase stability is by lowering your center of mass towards your base of support. So you can see this defensive lineman, he's squatting down, lowering that center of mass towards his feet and the distance between his feet, and also widening the base of support. So he's more stable because he's squatting and lowering the center of mass, and he's also more stable because he has a wider stance. And he's bent forward a little, which is also helping his stability because by bending forward, remember your center of mass moves as you move. So he's bending forward, his center of mass is moving forward, and as his opponent comes to push him back, he has more room to move his center of mass within his base of support. Do you understand that?
Okay, so based on the introduction and what you now know about base of support and the center of mass, which of the following individuals do you feel would be least likely to fall over when perturbed? And by perturbed, I mean something from their external environment might attempt to disrupt their stance posture. So this could be a push, a shove, Kate.
The boxer.
Yes, that's correct. So as you can see here, the man doing yoga has a very narrow base of support. His feet are touching. The ballerina also has even a narrow base of support. She's just on her tippy toes. The boxer in the middle, he has a staggered stance, so he's maintaining a wide base of support. He could receive a perturbation from any direction and still remain upright. So, nice job. Okay, so to be efficient with our day-to-day activities and our athletic involvement, such as boxing, our postural system must be adaptive. In order to maintain an upright posture, we often instinctively manipulate our base of support, and we do this without having to attend to it. So meaning we receive a perturbation, we instinctively take a step outside to widen our base of support to prevent a fall. And we do this without our conscious awareness. And this concept can be demonstrated by this picture here, which is also on your handouts. The boxer on the right side is delivering a perturbation to his opponent, the boxer on the left. And the boxer on the left, his center of mass is drifting outside of his narrow base. So he will have to take a step and move his right foot outside to widen his base of support to prevent himself from falling into his opponent. Any questions on that?
Okay, so like as we talked about base support. Now we're going to try to apply that to boxing, and we need Josh to work with me. Okay, so the boxing all starts with the foot first. So we're just going to show you a visual of what Grace and Drew was talking about with the static posture. So the first one, I want Josh to have their feet closed. I'm going to try to punch Josh. So I'm not going to hurt him. So what? Because you might tell me what happened. Joe?
His center of mass moved outside of the base of support, so he started falling backwards.
Yeah, very good. So because of that narrow support, you just fell backward, like you said, and just go with wide. You push your feet really hard. So when I punch Josh like that, what happened? You got same thing. Fall back. What if I just like shove him like this? What happened?
The center of mass out of the base of support.
Yeah, because right now we're just looking at the plane. So with at this plane, his base support the center of mass is well supported in the base support. So Josh, I want you in a staggered position. Okay, what if I punch Josh like that? What happens? What could it be doing? Like, what is he doing?
Making your glove.
Yeah, because basically what happened here is that in a staggered stance, it looks more of a box, so he has more surface area for the base support. You see? Okay. And right now, we're going to just bring that to Josh, and we're going to apply that, we're gonna fine tune the stagger position for boxing.
So, as Doug said, everything you learn in boxing, you think you go into the ring, you start punching with your hands and start getting after, but that's not really how it works. Everything you learn starts with your feet. And the very first thing you can learn in the gym is the proper stance, how to move your feet in the ring. So this is what I want to do with you guys. So again, as Doug stated, and the lady stated as well, you need to have a basic support which is stable in more than one plane. So the proper boxing stance is, let's say that he's my opponent, so stand in front of me. So one thing you want to do is you want to point your toes slightly towards, not directly at him, but towards him. You want to aim your shoulder to the chest of your opponent. So we're going to practice this in 1 second. I'm just going to show you this before we get started. As you do this, you bring the back leg a little bit in front of your leg that's your front leg. And this is going to be different depending if any of you guys left-handed here, all of your righties. Okay, if you were actually a lefty, you would actually bring your right foot forward. And the reason you do this is because since your left hand's going to be your power hand, you're going to use momentum to actually shift your body weight through your power hand. That's in a more advanced lesson. So once we're in this stance, you want to line the front toe of your lead with the back heel of your hind foot. So we're going to get up and do this in 1 second. And once you do this, you want to bend your knees a little bit. So which is doing what? You bend your knees. Right.
Yeah.
So you can create more stability. And also, you're putting yourself in a good position to move because you don't want to bend. You obviously don't want to fight like this. I mean, because that will give you good basic support. But give me a push real quick. See what happens. I can't really fight back out of that position. So you want to lower yourself a little bit, give yourself a little bit more mechanical advantage. And from that point in time, you can actually step and make movements. So let's just come up here. We have some room here. And so